make sure you guys can hear me clearly. Let's see here. All right, so you guys can hear me clearly. Let me go ahead and bring up somebody just so I can hear somebody's response here. What's going on, fam? I sent you the request back, but all right. If you guys can repost this, get some more people into the room, would appreciate it. We're to get this thing started in a few minutes here, just getting things set up. I am kind of streaming this as well with SMS Live, so you get a little visual of what's going on here. And let me go ahead and make sure I get the right post up. If you guys want to come grab a mic, there are going to be reasons to be, interacting and communicating with this. Definitely going to have something fun nobody knows about at the end of this one, but we have some great announcements about what's going on with Marinade Finance, and I think you guys will be excited with that. A couple more people pull up in here. What's going on, Mid?
Yo, GM, everyone, GM SMS, GM Marinade. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How's your day?
Everything's going good, man. Just getting this thing started. Got some updates for you guys. Trying to get the screens all loaded up and get that thing cooking.
I'm so happy to be here today. So happy. I couldn't miss the notification, so I'm very glad to be here. So let's cook up the kitchen again.
Let's go. You know the vibes, man. All right, we'll get this thing going in a little bit. Abu, come on up here. He's one of the newer ones. We got RM. You should come up here too. We got some new master chefs in the building.
Yo, I'm so happy for Abu. Like, I'm so happy for Abu and RM. So I'm so happy for them. Abu, come on.
It. Yeah, if this doesn't load, we're just going to get started without it. And we're going to look at a picture of my dog the whole time. All right. I think we got enough people in here. We can probably get started into the conversation. Hopefully we get this loaded up so I can have a little visual for you guys that are watching on the stream. But if not, what's going on, guys? I'm SMS. I'm the social media and community lead for Marinade Finance, and I'm also running the Master Chef program. We got a couple new ones in the building today, so shout out to them. But today we've got some big updates, burns, buybacks, campaigns, and even, like I said, new Master Chefs joining the kitchen, and we're always looking to grow. I'm always watching them on the timeline, paying attention to who's doing the most support for everybody. There's a lot of good reasons to get involved, but some key updates with Marinade Finance. What we really want to tackle today is talking about what's going on with the burn. We had the votes that went through and some of the updates with that. The proposal actually passed, so 300 million Marinade tokens are headed to the burn address. That will take a little bit for that to happen. I think about 2 days, but you'll be able to see the transaction on chain, completely verifiable. And look, the reasons that this stuff matters is it reduces the supply, it builds scarcity, it shows that the DAO's commitment, to what we got going on here. It really, helps out with the alignment factor, like something that we're really trying to do with the token and the community as well. You can just watch how that plays out. You can see that the price is actually taking a little bit of a pump today. It shows confidence in the governance decisions and the alignment. So just pay attention to that, guys. There's a lot going on. And on top of that, there's another added bonus on, putting a little bit more incentive on Marinade token itself is we have the migrate campaign, and the official start date is locked in for September 15th. Stakers can migrate into Marinade and earn bonus rewards. I made a video about this recently. You guys can check it out. Keep it really simple. 1 Solana that is transferred over into the Marinade native migrate campaign, you're going to get 10 Marinade tokens with that. So there's limited eligibility for that. You have to move fast on this. It's definitely first come, first serve. There is a cap, but check out the websites for all of the details on there. Some of the posts that some of our master chefs are sharing, they're really getting the word out there, and we appreciate all the support. And it's not just rewards; it's about validator decentralization. Every validator matters, big or small, and this really plays a key role in that. All right, so we also have the fees and the buyback. So after this epoch, we have all protocol fees that are going back to the DAO. 50% of the performance fees go into buybacks, and the first buybacks are happening this week. So a lot of exciting news, around all of that. All of these votes where people are taking their time and putting their governance tokens to work definitely pays out, because we still have the active staking rewards. So anybody taking part in this, guys, there is a pot of that is going to be dispersed, for people that are supporting and being active with their staking. So shout out to everybody taking part in that. There's definitely going to be benefits to paying attention to what's going on with the community. So I appreciate you guys tuning in today, and I'm excited to keep growing with everybody here. But I want to give a huge shout out to the new master chefs in the building. We got RM Soul, RM Solana, and Abu. If you guys want to come up, you're more than welcome to. But like I said, we're always looking to bring more people in. And the reasons I found these guys to be interesting and great additions is their creativity and their commitment to their craft. It's more or less like they show up for themselves, but they are supporting what they believe in, and that kind of stuff means a lot. Seeing the content is very cool. It gets more reach, more voice, more of a stronger bond within the community. People are seeing it, and as the head of the Master Chef program, I could say this program is the community heartbeat, something that I really value, and I'm looking for people all over the place in different corners, different perspectives, and driving the the Marinade agenda and the what we're doing here forward, talking about why it's important to stake your Solana. Not only that is it's upholding a standard, I guess, with this community and with the space and stuff like that. So yeah, man, the burns, the buybacks, the migration, the price action, all of it is definitely moving and trending in the right direction. We have a growing community over here with the master chefs and the chefs within the Marinade community on X. That's over 220 people now. So shout out to you guys that have supporting and staying consistent in there. People see it, and when people ask me where to get started, I direct them right to you guys. I let you guys kind of dictate the sentiment, and we support each other in there, and people they find opportunities from doing that. So I'm going to open up the stage. If you guys want to come in and ask any questions, if you just want to join in for a conversation, you're more than welcome to. But like I said, it's going to be some fun stuff kind of towards the end of this. But I'd like to bring any of the master chefs that are in here. Come on up here. I'd like to hear back from you guys. All right. If you guys can't talk, that's absolutely fine. But it would be cool to hear back from you guys. Had some questions regarding you specifically. But looks like okay, we got Abu coming on up here. It says that there's an error adding you as a guest here, Abu. I'm gonna keep trying, see what's going on, and he's completely gone now. Abu, what's going on, brother?
Yo, GM farm. Am I audible enough?
Yeah, you're right. It's a little echoey, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm in the hall. So I'm audible enough. Yeah, I'm not lagging.
No, you're not lagging. When you're talking like that was fine.
All right, and GM, SMS, Marinade, and everyone on the house, man. The kitchen is hot, man. It's been really amazing. And I'm very glad I am into the Master Chef program already, and I'm really glad. And thank you, SMS. And from here now, it's a new day, and let's keep cooking, and let's make my kitchen better and for everyone.
Absolutely, man. You got great content. You really, display what is going on and break it down in a simple way for anybody to understand. Your graphics are out of this world, dude. So you definitely earned that position. It's not something that, I think was not earned or deserved. So keep it up. And you definitely setting a standard. And honestly, like, I'm looking at it like, man, maybe he should start doing my graphics and stuff too.
That would be that would be so lovely, man. That would be so lovely, man. I'll come to your DM for that, for some brief and the rest. Let's keep it cooking. Let's keep it cooking. It's
You
it's,
know
it's,
it,
it's
man.
really good, man. I know that 100. I know that 100. Media, I see you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to RM. I see KC. I see Holy Boy. I see Miko. Man, all the whole Massachusetts in the house, man. I wish everyone here. It's really amazing to be here with you guys, man. I feel so like I feel so amazing and comfortable, and at the same time, I'm not really comfortable again. So it's time to push in harder and smarter. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
For sure, brother. So who else do we got up here? We got Kiz, we got Farlord. You guys came up here. You guys got any takes, any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, GM Marinate, GM SMS, GM Abu, GM everyone. Thanks for having me on this space. I just want to say, so far I've been looking out for Marinade, and I've been checking the content, and honestly, I've not really come across Marinade on my timeline and all of that, except when I get to stumble on videos from ROM. I would say they are amazing videos. I've stumbled on several videos and I was like, wait, what's going on? What's this? This is crazy. Okay, let me check it out. And checking it out, I'm like, okay. This is what's up. This is what's cooking. And this is where I got to be. So I've been looking forward to contribute to the project in any way I can. So thanks for having me once more. And then amazing content from RM. I really appreciate, because that's what exposed me. And now I'm following up. And I just want to say, you guys are amazing.
Well, I appreciate it, man. We definitely, value those kind of comments and feedback kind of things. What I would say, as far as the best way to support is, pay attention to the main account, the stuff that we're releasing, the announcements, the stuff that we kind of talked about today, the burn being passed. That's a significant deal. That's 30% of the entire supply. It puts a lot of strength in the commitment with the DAO. Seeing this all play out. The alignments there. So that's like some of the best ways. Talking about the migrate campaign, people that are staking, explain to them, when you use the native route, you have PSR tied into that. That protects your rewards. That's a low key, something that people don't talk a lot about, and that's one of the services that Marinade's happy to stand behind. The buybacks, the fees, and all of that going back into play. That's going to be buying back into Marinade's token itself. Like there's a lot going on. We have recipes that that's being cooked up. So there's a lot of reasons to get involved, and I can't stress it enough. I've been telling people, one of the best strategies I have with being in Marinade is looking like, how do you preserve the money you have? How do you grow your wealth? And you pay attention to the most wealthiest people, and they're staking their Solana as it is. If you start looking at institutions, the amount that they're putting through, we have the ETF filing with Canary Capital. Like, those are huge things that are happening on an institutional level. And if you guys are paying attention to where money's being made and what they're doing with it, they're finding places to park it, stake it, and considering it as a crypto savings account is a great way to kind of look at it. You don't have to put everything in. So my strategy is 10% of everything you get. You do a trade, 5x, take one of the X's, put that away into staking. Lock it up in native. You have the PSR kicked in. Do the liquid staking if you want to play the DeFi games. But there's opportunities out there. I even went over to Zeus, and used the staking option. They're partnered with Marinade as well to make that happen. And I'm getting Bitcoin off of my, my soul just sitting there. So there's plenty of options out there. Talking about anything like that, that's going to draw people over, because typically staking is boring. I'm not going to be, deny that. It just happens. But that's one of the things over here with the kitchen. We like to spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we got Farlord that came up here. You got any questions? You got any takes? Love to hear from you. Okay. Silent guy. That's absolutely fine. But let's give a roll call. We got Michael in here, Abu Dun, Holly. Who else is in here as far as the Master Chef? RM. Anybody else down there that I'm missing that I don't see? You got KC over here. What's going on, guys? Got your unboxing done. Was watching your videos over there. Love to hear back from you too, brother. If you can come up here. I don't know if you're busy or not, but If there's no other takes, you guys got nothing you wanna bring up, we can move on to the next little segment here that I kind of prepare for you guys. Like I said, this wrap up here is about the burns, the buybacks, the migration, the price action, seeing the token move up. You know, all of these things are things that are going to benefit the token itself, the community, and in Marinade as a whole. But look, oh, we got some people up here. What's going on, fam? We got Tack in the building here. We got KC that came on up here. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, bro? Another beautiful day in paradise, as always. But no, I've been loving the alpha that Marinade's been dropping on the timeline. It's been getting hotter and hotter each week. It seems like, back 2 months ago now, when they really started pushing hard on the timeline with their campaigns, it's only gotten better with time. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else is going to be rolling out. And man, you've been crushing it, SMS. I'm loving it.
I appreciate it, man. Definitely, they're doing all the heavy lifting. I'm just hanging out doing the fun stuff here.
Hey, well, the package needs a bow on it, right? So it's all about how it hits the timeline. If it's always kind of, cookie cutter, so you've been doing a good job mixing it up. I've been liking the way it's been fresh on the timeline, man. Got to keep it fresh.
No, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. What's going on, Casey? Did we find that case, or what's going on? You drop in between the couch or something?
Oh, dude, that was crazy. Honestly, it's that and it was so unexpected, that video. Like, watching back that video and seeing my face, I was like, wow. It's just funny because it was like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, no, it came. If you watch my latest video that I pardon me, posted yesterday, you'll see what happened. But
all right, yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that.
Yeah, pretty funny stuff. But yeah, just love everything that's going on with Marinade. It's pretty exciting, everything that's coming. So just here for the vibes.
Awesome. Well, since we got some speakers up here, I got some questions. I just kind of want to hear some feedback. What do you guys think about the burn? Do you think 30% was the right number? Do you think it would have, or you would have wanted to see something higher, lower? What's your take on the 30%?
I think Marinade's severely undervalued at 10 to 13 cents. So 30%, what's that come out to? You're talking, 3.3 over $3 million in burns. I think that's a pretty substantial amount considering how undervalued the base asset is. So I could still see personally, over the next year or so, I mean, a 10x on Marinade isn't unrealistic. Especially, yeah. So I mean, when you play that tape out, that's a $30 million burn. That's pretty hefty when you put it at a realistic price point.
That's a great take, and I think that if you piggyback that on, which a huge part of what people don't realize is the ones that don't talk, they're the bigger stakers, the long-term holders. They're paying attention to that token too, and seeing the sentiment just growing behind it, and the people that are watching. Like, you got one of the OG companies with the old token that is basically just sustained as they continue to build up with up only trajectory, and there's a lot of different metrics that we've been looking at as far as like what is causing that, what can we stand behind versus competitors. It's not like we're ever trying to talk down on anything, but it's like we got to prove the reasons that we're upholding what we hold, and the reasons that we attract the type of investors and stakers that we have. So that's a great take on that one. Anybody else want to hit on that? What do you guys think about the burn? Do you think 30% was the right number? Feel free to come on up and add your feedback. Go ahead.
Yo, what up? Nice to
What's
be in the
up,
kitchen
bro?
again. Yeah,
happy to have you, Master Chef.
Yeah. Hope you're good, SMS. So yeah, I want to say the Master Chef is out of Elon's jail now. I think I got out of the shadow ban. Stuff that I've been in. Yes, it's pretty crazy.
Grinding
right?
too hard, bro. You're grinding too hard. X is trying to hold you back, man.
I think that got me discouraged to start putting out stuff. But I told you, I said I'm going to keep putting out stuff regardless. And now I think my posts start appearing on the TL. And about the buyback, right? I think it's a very good one. I love to see that 30% is a very good one. Yeah, because I think it's going to make the token more stronger. And my personal plan, I've got a couple MND locked up for over a year, so I'm going to keep buying more. I hope definitely, because I think it's a very good one, and I know in the next 1 year MND is going to shoot up very well. So the 30% that get burned, we make the token stronger, and the buybacks too. I'm bullish on that. So the kitchen stay hot and open. So I'm really bullish on everything Marinade is cooking. I'm waiting for the recipe to get dropped and all other features that is cooking in the kitchen. So great job, SMS, with the Marinade chef and everybody. So I want to shout out to everyone that has been supporting the master chefs too, because we can't do this alone. You know this. So extra hands in the kitchen is a very good one. I'm glad to see RM and Abu joined us because they've been grinding so hard, and it's good to see them join us in the kitchen. So a very good one. I'm bullish on the 30% bond and also the buybacks, recipe, and everything that we got cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah, dude, these votes went through almost unanimous decisions here, like all the way across the board. There were a couple people with different perspectives, but overall it was a resounding yes. This is what we want to do. We want to move forward. We listened, we executed, and the stuff, it's verifiable on chain. That's the beauty of blockchain. That's the beauty of DAOs. Everybody gets a say. And I'm not going to stop stressing the ASR type point on this, guys. There's active staking rewards for the people that are contributing and playing a part of this. But we got another speaker up there. But anybody else want to give their take on there as far as the burn and the 30%? If not, that's absolutely cool. I think it's a great number. I think, a third of it just chopped off right there really puts the strength in there. Sure, you're going to see some price action regarding it, up, down, and all overall. But I think that you'll start to see a growing trend going up with buybacks, with the incentives like, ASR, all of these reasons to have the DAO, the 50% going back, all of that. Like, you just look at this whole picture here. It's definitely a good place to be. There's been a lot of accumulation points where people could have got in. So very bullish news on that. And I mean, go take a look at the chart. Definitely responded very nicely. But how do you guys think that burn positions Marinade for the long term compared to other protocols? I don't know if anybody has a take on that. Might be a little bit deeper than you think, but how do you think that kind of puts it up against something, another ecosystem token? Go ahead, Tak.
Well, I was going to say, back to the last point, and then actually I'll kind of touches in on the same question. But traditionally, when it comes to burns, you see a lot of the resistance when it comes to newer tokens because they want that supply there to try and make deals later on. But Marinade's been around in the ecosystem for a while. It's already listed on central exchanges. It's already made its deals, and now it's got its war chest. So seeing that war chest put to put to use in a way that protects the underlying asset rather than trying to figure out how to, give it away or work it back into, profit for the people that are working behind the scenes. So
right,
it really does kind of, it shines a big light on the intention of Marinade to be here as a long-term player. And when you look at the type of, the corner of the market they're really trying to capture, it's more institutional type investors in the first place. So anybody getting in now on alpha like this, you're not even really the target consumer base for what MND is, or the entire Marinade ecosystem is going to be predominantly used by. It's going to be big investors moving in, and like you said, the big holders, when they're watching the token, it's the big investors that want to move in where there's other big investors. They're not going to come and throw
it shows confidence.
Right, they're not going to throw a large chunk into something with a $50,000 market cap, but they're not looking at small cap shitters to put their money to work for them. So finding some place that has large investors and the underlying platform itself is taking them into consideration and not just pushing forward with their own best interests. Right. It speaks volumes on intention. So Marinade being around for the long term is definitely I personally think it's a safe bet. I've been watching them for a long time. I've seen them adapt and grow from back when they had the staking NFTs and to where it's at now. It's I think it's safe to assume that they're going to keep moving in the same direction and keep reaching out to community and people here, boots on the ground in the trenches, trying to figure out what's the best next step forward. And that's the way you build a community. So I think Marinade's going to keep getting louder, and I think these the ingredients going into their cook are just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, those are great points. I think the retention of holders, not just in the staking tokens, but in the, actually the project's token itself or the company's token. I think that says a lot. Aligning the incentives and rewarding from within definitely, does a lot better than giving out for just the sake of spreading it and getting holders, I guess. You know what I mean? Rewarding the right people. That's a tongue twister. I think is super important. And I think that that's where people that don't know much about crypto on the surface layer, once they realize they have a say, they can, actually take part in, the governance and these real decisions. I think that that's a strong selling point to the average investor. One of the things that I've been doing is talking to people outside of the, the crypto space, what we say, and talking to crypto curious people, and just kind of like getting their takes and feedback on, what's it called? Seeing where they could actually use their funds. Most people, they think about crypto, they buy and hold, and they don't know what to do with it. So that becomes like the first thing. It's like, well, this is one of the options that a lot of people that are long-term holders, that they're using this for long-terms, investment strategies, whatever you want to put into that category. They use this here. It has a higher APY than your typical savings account. That really gets them interested, showing that there's volatility, but the trend is up, that you have ups and downs. Everybody gets scared when they hear volatility, but they never pay attention to their 401k and understand how they're making money for their long-term retirement, and how much that they're not actually getting to keep, how much that technically their money's making X amount of dollars and they're only getting a fraction of that. Being able to understand, take 10% of what you make from your paychecks, just put that into your own savings and start to build your own savings. You'll see that grow over time. And that's kind of the conversation I get into. And then once people realize that they can have some say on how all of this works with the token, it's like, they're like, oh, this is cool. I really want to, I want to get into it. So I don't know. I think they're hitting all the right marks, and I don't know. Looks like it's a good, good trend, at least so far. And I think that it's a bullish position to be in, especially with the administrations we have and what's going on with that. It's something we haven't really seen before. So I think that we'll see more liquidity cycles rather than market cycles. So put that all together, I don't know. It seems like a winning situation for me. But anybody else want to jump in on that, or you guys kind of cooked on that? Because there's some other things I do want to tap into, like the Migrate campaign. Something like this, I wonder how you guys, see other campaigns, how this affects staking adoption on Solana. Would this be, I don't know, would you be incentivized or not to, move your staking to, over to Marinade Finance? You're going to get some of the highest APY that's available, plus you're going to get rewards on top of that for, a specific amount of time. I feel like that's a no-brainer. I mean, do you guys stake, or have you staked anywhere else? Let me ask that. Like, have you gone to other staking platforms and used them?
Personally, I just stake. Marinade is the only one I'll go to outside of my Solflare wallet. Personally,
right.
I know there's other ones out there, but again, like I kind of always preface it the same way to people. Like, I'm ADHD as fuck, so like there's too many good options. I kind of just stick with the strongest ones, and for me, that's Solflare and Marinade. So.
But do you think that the campaigns like this, regardless of the platform, do you think it's going to draw more attention? Do you think that people are just kind of like,
Oh, 100%. It's a classic campaign move too. Look at like cell phone providers like T-Mobile or Verizon. Like, there's always like a way to, capture the competitors' customers, and it's usually through a campaign of this type. So I think it's familiar to people, and I think as it starts to catch on, it's going to be obvious right away that it's a good play. And I mean, obviously the ones with the big bags are going to move quick. And I think I did the calculation on it. It's over $1 million in rewards through it, right?
I believe so. I mean, I guess it depends on the price and stuff like that, but I'd have to double check. I don't want to say anything without looking at numbers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's basically by the time the entire campaign's allocated, it would be roughly about a million USD in rewards. Right. Yeah, and that's wild. That's, again, it goes back to what I was saying before, where Marinade's looking at ways to incentivize the community, the people that are involved, not just necessarily bring new people in. And then, it's going to create a little bit of FOMO, sure, but, as people start to move in, with anything in this industry, it immediately has that FOMO right at the top. So, but yeah, no, I'm loving to see the out of the box thinking when it comes to it. It's a Web 2 style campaign blended here in Web 3 beautifully.
That's one of the things I think works is replicating what has worked in the past, finding a way to make it, fit your model, repackage, repurpose, success stories. I think that says a lot. I think it's important to see the public and transparent nature of this. I think it says a lot for, outside people looking in when they see the sentiment and the buzz on the timeline that, they see this actually happening in real time. Says a lot, seeing the response, not a reaction to the price where, you're seeing that it's pumping and starting to find higher levels of sustainability. That's, it's hand in hand. You got that winning for you. And strengthening the community from within is something that I strongly believe in. And, finding the right people that are going to share this kind of, information where it's easy to see. It's in different corners of Web3 and crypto Twitter. I'm even posting this on like Facebook and different just out of the box things because there's certain things that are said that I think if the right person hears it, they're going to come back and say, oh, that sounds cool. I want to know more. You know what I mean? And I think that's huge. Part of my goal is to be out on the ground, traveling around and talking to real people, ask them, what do you know about crypto? Have you ever thought about it as a, a savings opportunity and a way to grow? Hold on one second. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But it's definitely some interesting takes as far as like what people have responded back to so far. Like my barber, he's one that I talked to, and I'm going to be seeing him this week. And he's one of the people that I've set up, and I was like, hey, you should check this out. Another person is my beer guy. I've been talking to him, and he's heard the story. I've been telling him about Marinade. I had him check out the website, and I was like, what would you, consider, a good return on your investment and blah, 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 as far as APY. And we started getting into that conversation. I was like, all right, let me just, put this out there and pay attention to the market. Real companies turning their treasuries into Solana 100% and staking it. That's the opportunity that you have right now. And you can keep it liquid if you'd like to, or you can go the native route, explain that to him a little bit. It's something he's considering, and he was like, well, I definitely want to check it out for myself just to, see how this works. And, it does make sense for my business. If I could do this over the years and putting some of the profit and having that available, I was like, another option is keeping some of the USD on hand. So it's just all of these conversations are the way to get that ball rolling for more people that are just crypto curious, because I think we're getting to that point where you're seeing it more and more. And, having options to park it over here and stake it and you keep it safe, that matters a lot. So I don't know. I appreciate the feedback, guys, and the conversation. Not really going to drag this out any more than we need to, but just wanted to touch on the main points here, guys. We have the burn proposal that was passed 30% that is going to be finalized in like the next 2 days with an on-chain transaction. So keep your eyes out for that. The migrate campaign officially set to start September 15th. It gives stakers a chance to migrate and earn bonus rewards. Limited eligibility for that, so you got to be quick. The other thing is the fees and buybacks after this epoch should be today or tomorrow. 50% of all the fees are going to be going to Marinade buybacks. The first ones are going to be happening this week, so you guys will be able to see that on chain as well. We're going to make some posts. You guys will be able to share and let people know we're cooking over here. Price is pumping for Marinade token, as we were saying. You guys can go check out the chart yourself. It looks good. Like I said, I believe this is a response, not a reaction. And just a huge shout out to RM and Abu for joining the Master Chefs. But we are growing, and I'm looking to continuously seek out some talent out here, people that are aligned with the same goals, the same ideas, or people that are looking to learn more about Solana DeFi in general. Starting with the Marinade community on X, that's number one, and then we build from there. But support the people around you. Hopefully, you guys followed a new face today. Everybody in this space, it means a lot for you supporting Marinade Finance and our goals here on Solana. So let's keep it simple. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I will probably catch most of you guys on the timeline. I appreciate the speakers that came up today. Appreciate everybody and your support, sharing this out, getting more recognition. But if you don't mind, on your way out, go ahead and repost the main post on Marinade's page so more people can listen in and hear back what's going on. I'm gonna put